is a family that is about to take a corpse to Zimbabwe.
Hey!
But they are saying that is the wife that is crying. That is the mother. There is something is happening, man of God. Something is happening. Something is happening as the funeral parlor drove over the church door. The next door neighbor that came with him said, Jesus,
He's a miracle working God. He's a now God. He's a now God. I receive my miracle. I receive my miracle. Where is the media now? Where is the media now? Hey! Come out, Lazarus!
This undertaker has worked with corpses for over a decade.
It's unethical to have someone come for the body viewing with their mouth open. There is no shroud. What we call a shroud is a cloth which covers the deceased from the whole body in the coffin. There is no shroud. So you can tell that something was very wrong with this whole setup on how it was done.
Hey! Talita Kumi. Talita Kumi.
Tell me, who's speaking?
this is the
I'm
neighbor,
the
man
brother.
of God.
You are the brother.
Yeah, I'm the brother.
And you?
I am the landlord.
I can confirm to you that where AD and the girlfriend are staying, the landlord is a male figure. It's not a woman, as purported on that video. So it looks like everything was fabricated. And
You are the landlord.
I'm the landlord for him, yes. Yes, he got sick. He got sick, and then he started coughing a lot on Friday. Then we took him to the hospital, and then the doctor said, because he's got no papers, they can't help him until we send him to the surgery doctor. That is where he died, in my hand.
See this man.
And this is your brother.
Yeah, this is my own brother.
Jesus.
He died on
Jesus.
Friday. Yeah,
Jesus.
So where did you keep the body?
the body was on the mortuary.
Jesus.
This body is coming from the mortuary.
Yes.
Is that?
from the campsite? That's the mortuary's count.
Woo.
Okay, my name is Advocate Mafu, and I'm a campaign lawyer who's been duly appointed to be the spokesperson for Kings and Queens funeral services.
Okay. That none of the 3 funeral parlors had a corpse or a body of that nature.
Rasa kilo kilonda. Rasa halaba sondrekas. Learose konda.
Jesus!
You know what happened?
My Jesus.
Can you see he's breathing?
Hey!
This man died since Friday.
Hey!
Somebody. He died since Friday. He was in a mortuary. This is the brother. And this is the landlord. And you, who are you? Family members?
It's the mother of the wife. And
Come
that's
here.
the wife.
This is the wife.
Yes, this is the wife.
Come here. This is the wife. Okay. Romosete.
Jesus.
Jesus. Celebrate Jesus.
We glorify
Celebrate Jesus.
Jesus! Jesus!
What is his name?
Jesus! Ashakabusa.
Elliot. Hello, Elliot.
His real name, in fact, is Brighton Moyo, and he is a Zimbabwean national.
Elliot. Elliot.
Jesus.
Lift your hands.
Jesus.
Man of is commanding life.
This man, who says he's a close friend of Elliot, says
he never died. He was also never sick.
God.
The coffin is empty.
Jesus.
The coffin is empty.
God.
My good God.
God.
He was there. He was in a mortuary since Friday. Today is Sunday.
Absolutely nothing.
Hey!
the alleged dead man, only known as Elliot, lives here.
It's all lies. This never happened. These pastors just want our money.
I'm not.
This is wrong. Our children are totally lost. We had people eating snakes, and now they're raising people. This is ridiculous.
His wife once recruited me to go and act at the church. They especially want people who can speak English.
And there is an incentive.
If you act your part well, they'll give you 1,500 rand or just 1,000 rand for your silence.
Was working in this timber company since around June 2018. Now, to give us more detail around that, I am joined by his employer, Vincent Amarotti. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and just give us a brief history about what you know about Brighton and how the working relationship was with him here at your timber company.
He was a very nice guy, and he came here about 6 months ago to learn the woodworking industry. And he was very willing and very able, but he was always very smartly dressed. And he, at the Christmas party at the end of the year, he was one of the smartest. And it was an absolute shock to see him in the video and to recognize him with his mouth wide open. It was a big joke.
Yeah. Tell me, I understand, of course, he was quite an avid believer in this pastor, in the church, very religious. He was a member, according to what you know.
He was a member, and they all talk about believing in the things and all that, but I believe his sister and his aunt and another family member are in the church. And he, from what I hear from our staff, he was trying to get people to come and do the act with him. So I believe he has done a stunt in the wheelchair where he got up and he walked away. And he tried to, solicit some of the people that work for me to come and do the shows with him. So it's an ongoing thing.
So it seems that it was almost a part-time job, this kind of work for him.
I think so. And I think that's why he was here, to get the guys to go with him to go and act up on the thing.
International, relating to the incident which has now gone viral on social media, in which it was alleged that the pastor Alph Lukau of the Alleluia Ministries International had in fact resurrected a man. Now, what the statement that we have received actually denies all of that and says that the pastor at no stage did he claim that he had resurrected the person shown in the video who was identified by his family members as Elliot. Well, I'm pleased to say that we have got Pastor Alph Lukau on the line with us. Pastor Lukau, good afternoon to you, and thank you very much for your time.
Good afternoon, TT, and thank you for having me on Power Drive, and greeting to all your listeners.
Pastor Lukau, I've read excerpts already from your statement, which I've read out on air already. First you said, I just want to pick up from the point where you say the body was brought. I don't even know what to call it now, because I say the body suggested this was a dead person. Maybe I should just say Elliot was brought to you by his family. What exactly was he brought to your church for?
What I can say on what happened on Sunday, first, it would be very unfortunate to call it an incident,
To us, it is an outstanding happening. We believe in miracles. We believe that Jesus Christ that we serve is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Now, on the 24th Sunday, during the course of the service, toward the end of the service, I was interrupted that there was a person in a coffin that was brought to church, and that before entering the premises of the church, the coffin began to shake, meaning the person was alive. Hearing that the person was alive, it is amazing to hear that. We have never had such a thing in Hallelujah Ministries. We read of those in the Bible, but we have never had it. So during the service, while the praise and worship was carrying on, I went down, checked the coffin was moving. We opened the coffin, and true to the word reported that this person was really breathing. I took up the microphone and I began to say that he's breathing, moving from where he is, putting on a form of a shade, not really a big shade, but at least it was a shadow. Put him on that, and we prayed for him with his voices, made him stand, ushered him in the church, and that effect.
Let me just come in here, Pastor. Why was he brought to you? What were you asked to do? I mean, the fact that a person was alive in the coffin, why was the coffin not open and that person led out? What way exactly did they want you to do?
What I may say is that I believe, first, I'm not sure if I can make a statement that he was brought to me. We are the house of God. I'm just a pastor serving in the house of God. I believe in miracle. I teach faith. I believe that there is nothing impossible to God. To the question, was he brought to me? Was it brought to the church? Did the church, the family believed that if Pastor Alph prayed for him or something like that? I think that he was brought. I will safely say that he was brought to church.
He was brought to church for what? Why was he brought to church? Is what I'm trying to establish.
I believe that people look up to church with problem, believing that something will happen. Elliot is the first time I saw him. His family is the first time I saw them. And the funeral cover, I do not know of any of those, and they have no link to the church. What they had to say, or what maybe they wanted to say, is that they had a dealing with the family. And that does not include us, but they brought us a testimony. So for us, it's not a resurrection miracle.
So he was alive when he arrived at your church, is what you are making us understand.
Is involved.
There are instructions coming my way to pursue civil claims against parties for reputational damage and stuff like that.